Hello and welcome. I am Exelite and this is my podcast. With me today I have Rob. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Chaser.
How are you, Rob?
I'm as well as can be expected. How are you?
I am living the life. And today we have things a little bit differently. Today I am doing the podcast at the time of the morning where you usually do the podcast. It's 6:50 a.m. right now, and you're at like lunchtime.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry. My watch would like you to know that it is 6:50 a.m. Sorry, excuse me.
It's 1:45 here in the afternoon.
Okay. Um, it's been a day. It's 6:50 and it's already been a day. Okay, so if you hear noises and whatnot in the background, um, it's daytime, so things are gonna happen. I'm sorry, but it's true. Also, I am having asthma. I do have asthma. I am having a bout of asthma, so if I can't continue to breathe, we're gonna have to call this off for today, at least. Okay, is that a plan, Rob?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so it's not just because I'm heavy breathing. What are you wearing? It's not like that at all. Not today. Okay, Rob, what are we talking about today?
The ghosts of the Bridgewater Triangle.
I love a good ghost.
Mm.
Not in my house as much as somebody else's.
Well, as long as we got that camera set up, we're all right.
Yeah. People would be shocked if they saw a camera set up in my house. You'd be like, good Lord. She's the most boring person I've ever met.
By the way, before we kick off,
Mm-hmm.
can you hit that like button?
Yes.
And subscribe.
Please.
And if you're not subscribed, hit that little bell so you'll be notified of any content that's about to come up or about to go out onto YouTube. So don't forget.
Yes. You don't want to miss it. As a matter of fact, I've been told, and I can't verify this, but I've been told that if you do click the subscribe button, the like button, and the reminder bell thing, you could win the lottery. I've been told there's a legend that says that. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But you could try it. Get back to us. Rob?
Mm-hmm.
What ghost should we start off with?
Well, can I start?
Well, yes, sir, you may.
And before we start, Grace, get back to school and get your work done.
Yes, Grace. I know you're there. I appreciate you listening. Give it a thumbs up, Grace. Quick.
Yeah, but get back to your schoolwork. Right. I'm going to start off with a more so an urban legend, the ledge in Freetown State Forest. One of the most haunted places in the Triangle is a ledge in Freetown State Forest. Said that local.
Can I say what the name of it is?
Of course you can, yeah.
It's the Assinet Ledge.
Assinet.
Yes.
The Assinet
And by the
Ledge.
way, P.S. Grace, Auntie Tracy says, good job, good job. Okay, go ahead.
It is said that local tribes use the ledge as a lookout post, but during the King Philip War, it was cursed with the surrounding area. There is an urban legend in reference to the ledge and how a young girl killed herself there. And I have been told today that a lot of people have actually killed themselves there.
Mm-hmm.
Although there is no written evidence or an approximated date for when this happened, like other urban legends, it's just handed down from father to son or daughter, or spooky tales around the campfire. Why
Mm-hmm.
you'd want to camp there is beyond me. I don't know, but there you go.
Yeah,
The le-
I
yeah,
don't know why you'd want to camp there either.
no, it seems very strange, but there you go. People do strange things, don't they?
Yeah, maybe the majority of people who do camp there are people who are kind of looking for, ghosts and
Mm.
UFOs and whatever those things are called. Crypto. What's it called?
Cryptids.
Cryptids. You're gonna have to forgive me. I've had a day.
The
Yeah, I think that you're looking for those things.
Yeah, they're out there doing paranormal investigations.
Yeah, that's what I think, probably.
I think it would be a good place to do a paranormal investigation.
I think so too.
But like we
Hmm.
were saying the other day, um, about being outside, where do you go if all comes on top? If you're doing a paranormal investigation inside a house or inside inside a building, a structure, and it gets really, 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 really bad, you can come
Hmm.
outside and jump in your car. But if you're outside, what do? You can't run away from a ghost or a spectre or a demon or a UFO.
Right.
So that would worry me slightly.
Yeah, Yeah, we talked about that. I'd rather be in a haunted house than a haunted forest any day
Mm.
of the week. And I have a couple of things to add to this ledge, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, so during the 17th century, the war between the Puritans and the Wampanoag and the Narragansett. I murdered that. I just butchered that, but we're gonna go on. Indians. Several Indian warriors leapt to their deaths from the ledge rather than die at the hands of the English. Some visitors claim to have seen ghosts of Native Americans walking in the trees near the cliffs. Some say that they see Native Americans dancing there. Um, the ledge and the pond didn't really exist in the 17th century, though. Both are the result of 19th century granite quarrying. So, um, to say that in the 1600s, something happened, or the 1700s, something happened, that particular ledge would not have been there.
Mm.
Much of the land in the Freetown State Forest is actually Wampanoag Reservation, so there is authentic Native American history that does belong to that area, though. Um, Many years ago, a young man and a woman were deeply in love. That's how it all starts.
Mm.
They would meet secretly at the ledge at night because their families disapproved of their love. One night, the woman arrived at the ledge and waited for her beau. She waited and she waited, but he never came. In despair, she threw herself off the ledge to her death into the cold water. Some say her spirit has haunted the ledge ever since. Many people have seen the woman's ghost walking along its top, and some have even seen her step off the ledge. When she hits the water, she disappears without a splash. It's hard to say if the story is true, but it has all the classic hallmarks of a legend: doomed lovers, a ghost, etc., etc. What about him? Like, where is this guy? What did he do? Shouldn't he be the
Mm.
one walking that ledge? His family said that he had no previous history of depression or even suicidal thoughts when in 2004, a man visiting the ledge leapt to his death in front of his girlfriends and his friends. He just leapt off. In addition to this one authenticated suicide, there are several that have been rumored. Some visitors to the ledge claim that they have felt compelled themselves to jump, which I totally get because that's why I don't like heights. I feel compelled to jump. Which is just another one of the strange things about me. The list is endless. Endless. Um, some other weird phenomenon is that there's lights that come out of this pond. Some people say that it could be the spirits of those who have died in the area.
Spooky ghost lights.
Spooky ghost lights. Yep. So that's my addition to the ledge.
Do you know when people say she threw herself off the ledge? It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that. Did she pick herself up first?
She threw herself.
It's so dramatic.
It is very dramatic.
I'm going to throw myself off this ledge.
I'm just going to put my hands behind my back and throw myself.
Yeah.
Oh, here I go, falling off the ledge.
And can I just say, if you have thrown yourself off a ledge, in no way am I taking the mickey out of you throwing yourself off a ledge. Because, in fact, I'd like to know how you did it in the comments.
Oh, God.
Oh.
It was really good right up till that.
What have I done now?
Oh, gosh. We should move on.
I'd like to know.
Okay. Well, that's legitimate.
Okay. With all sincerity, I would like to know.
Okay. All right. Let us know in the comments. I'm going to do the Spider Gate Cemetery.
Ooh.
Okay, now it's called Spider Gates Cemetery. And in a twist of fate, the gates look like spiders. What? Or it was the Quaker Cemetery or the Friends Cemetery, which, by the way, Quakers call members of the Quaker religion friends. So.
Is that Friends or French?
Friends.
Sorry.
Yes. The Quakers all call each other friends. And they have meetings, and I've looked a lot into the Quaker sect of Christianity, and I enjoy the part where they call each other friends. So it was the Friends Cemetery, and now they call it the Spider's Gate Cemetery because of the way the gates look. It was founded in 1740. The black metal arms of this iron gate, which arrived in 1895. Wow, that took a long time. They ordered them in 1740 and they arrived in 1895. Sounds like the U.S. mail. Were meant to resemble the sun's rays, but instead remind people of spiders or spider webs. Yeah, it's not the sun. You can even visit the 8th gate to hell here if you're interested. Legend says if you go through the other 7 gates of the cemetery, which aren't really there, they're not there, people, then enter Spider Gates, which is the 8th door to hell. It will lead you to another dimension. The altar is allegedly the site of satanic rituals, and someone was allegedly hanged there. Spider Gates is also home to Marmaduke Earl's gravesite, where people leave coins to hear Marmaduke talk. Leave some change. Say his name 10 times while walking around his grave, and then, if you dare, listen. Who the hell is Marmaduke?
I think that might be an urban legend, to be honest.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. Let's try it. The cemetery itself looks really, really pretty. Very fall-like. It looks like it belongs in Hocus Pocus. I wonder if by some chance they used this in Hocus Pocus. Anywho, what do you want to talk about now, Rob?
the Taunton State Hospital.
Been there. No, I haven't. Gonna make a reservation after today, though.
I was about to get very, very annoyed then.
No, I haven't.
Okay. There have been many strange happenings at the state hospital. The patients have spoken about seeing a shadow figure and a mysterious black being. I don't know how you would distinguish the two, but anyway, between shadow figures and a mysterious black being
Yeah, that's weird.
That roams at halls and knocks on doors. Now, I couldn't find anything if there is any correlation between people passing away and seeing these figures. But I couldn't find anything at all. But and I think the hospital is still open.
Ooh.
I think the hospital is still open to this day. But yeah, it's whether they go, what you consider to be a ghost or a shadow figure. A shadow figure. I mean, we've talked about this before in other podcasts, lots and lots. Is a shadow figure a ghost, or is it something else? So I don't know. I mean, we're talking about ghosts of the Bridgewater Triangle. But what would you consider a black figure or a mysterious black being as being a ghost trace?
Well, I don't know because they have the man in black. You know
Yeah.
What do they call him? The Hat Man. People think that he's not a ghost, that he's some sort of a watcher. Jory had him in his room for a long, long time. I think that black, like the figures, I think are probably, I think they're probably spirits. And in my case, I think I've considered them to be spirits. But
See,
I don't know. Go what?
What springs to mind when I maybe it's because I've watched too much stuff on TV and on YouTube and things like that. When he says shadow figure and mysterious black being, the picture I get in my head is something like Slender Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. See, shadow figures to me, I've seen them mostly in child's form, mostly in a little boy, almost always a little boy. So that's my shadow figure. I've seen some adults. We used to see them all the time in our house in Arizona. But a black figure, like I was telling you specifically this morning about seeing a black figure walk towards me, and I wouldn't say it wasn't a shadow figure.
I don't know what you mean by I wouldn't say was it.
Sorry. Stupid. Watch. A shadow. Okay, I got it. Are you ready? A shadow figure is more see-through, where a black figure is more opaque.
Right.
That's what the difference is to me.
Okay, that's good. It's a good point. That.
Yeah,
a good point. That's what you do.
Yes.
Because can I just tell everyone about my little spooky story?
Yes.
I've had two front doors. I've got an extra front door. So my old front door looks down my hallway, and it's got frosted glass, so you can't see through. You can just basically see shapes through the door. You can't make out what you're looking at. And I was out last night, and I came back, and I leave my hall light on. And as I was passing by the door to get to my new front door, I just looked and I saw what looked like an adult black figure walk across my hallway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I've been having some issues, some issues with my wheelchair. I'm disabled and I have a wheelchair, and obviously I didn't have a camera set up to film it. But
That's too bad.
but someone keeps turning my wheelchair on, we're switching it on, and I don't know who it is. So I'm putting two and two together, and maybe the figure that I saw was the figure that keeps turning my wheelchair off. Turning my wheelchair on, sorry, or switching it on to be more precise.
Mm-hmm.
And Tracy was really concerned for me about it. She was, you know, friends who look out for each other. You know.
You go ahead and tell him, Rob. Go ahead and tell him.
Do you really want me to?
Well, now they just think I'm probably something crazy.
Well, they wouldn't be far wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, I was telling Tracy this story, and first Tracy thought I was being burgled.
Which I showed concerned. I said I was concerned, am I right?
Well, yeah, you were concerned.
Yes.
And then she said, I was talking about my wheelchair, and I was saying maybe it's turning my wheelchair on. And Tracy says, what you need to do is film it. You set up a camera. Not that I could have a demon wandering around my house wanting to possess me.
As long as it's not burgling you.
You know, it could have been anything. It could have been an alien. As long as it's on film, then that's all that matters.
Will it get views? Will it get views? Oh my God, I know. I sound like a prick.
And then Tracy was telling me about her black figure.
Yeah.
And I paid her back in kind. I said, you should set a camera up.
Yeah, except for okay, I'll forget it. Except for I was very emotional about mine. I was being very emotional.
Yeah, and I didn't realise that at the time that Tracy was being very emotional.
And you were like, what you should do is set up a camera. I deserved it. I totally did. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do something that I cannot believe that Rob didn't do it. And it made me do a little bit of a dance. Let me tell you guys, this is how it goes. There's my little dance. Rob didn't come up with the Lizzie Borden house. Lizzie Borden's house is in Fall River. If you decide it might be fun to sleep where Lizzie Borden is alleged to have hacked her mother-in-law and father to death, it's not her mother-in-law. It's her stepmother. Correction. It's not her mother-in-law. And her father to death in 1892. Be our guest. Their murders were so horrific and sensational that Borden's guilt and or innocence is still debated to this day. The fact was that she was acquitted of the murders despite massive holes in her story and gross mishandling of evidence. Speaks to the ailing judicial system back then. Back then. Okay, take a look at it. It hasn't gotten that much better. If you decide
Sorry.
If you decide to sleep in the house, which is now a bed and breakfast, if you live that long, rest assured the owners will do everything they can to make you feel as uncomfortable as possible. including strategically placing pictures of the murder scenes throughout the house. If you've seen those pictures once, you don't need to see them again. Rob,
Yeah,
let's do this.
I'd love to.
I would love to too. Let's do this. It's so effing creepy. I love it.
I would love to. I would love to visit there. I remember the episode of Ghost Adventures where the drawer opened on its own.
Oh yeah, I remember that one too.
Yeah,
They should pay us, by the way. They should pay you. Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures.
we're not Ghost Hunters. I don't really like that.
Oh.
I wasn't a fan.
I have one coming up that has something to do with Ghost Hunters. I'm throwing them in.
Okay, I love Ghost Hunters. Actually, it's really, really good.
Thank you. Me too. I would love to do this. And so we were talking about I called you and woke you up the other day and it was like, I have this thought. In Newton, there was a terrible, horrific crime committed in a grade school. I'm not going to talk about it. But if it is the land there, you know, is that why it's so much creepy, violent things have happened in that area? I mean, it's ridiculous. So many.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen King sets nearly all of his books there. So
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a draw to him for that.
It's a bit chicken and the egg, isn't it? Which came first? Is the land causing the bad things to happen, or is the bad things happening because of the land kind of thing? I don't know.
What do you think? Do you think Lizzie Borden killed her dad and her stepmother?
Yeah.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know how she got away with it. I mean, that is just...
She had a lot of money.
Well, yeah.
And she was a woman. I don't think people can really consider that a woman could to do those kind of things. I don't know if she did or not. I don't care. It's just interesting to me that you can go stay there. Because that's like going, that is, okay. So that'd be like people being able to go to O.J. Simpson's ex-wife's house and stay there 20 years from now. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not having to go to Americans here, but you seem to have a fascination with there's a lot of places, isn't there, that have been turned into bed and breakfast, and like the Myrtles plantation, that's like a bed and breakfast, isn't it, as well? And these haunted or supposedly haunted buildings or haunted areas, you can go and stay there.
Yeah.
We don't have anything like this in this country.
Well, but you have to remember, our country is much younger than yours. So a lot of the violence, I mean, your whole country has had something violent. How would you pick a place that didn't? But it's been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of violence. Where ours is new, so we're still sort of fascinated by it still. I wonder if at some point, Lizzie Borden's house isn't going to matter to anybody, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it would be like, I suppose, you've heard of Fred West, haven't you?
Yeah.
I mean, they knocked his house down and made it into a garden.
Right.
I mean, it would be like, I suppose in some respects, it would be like going and staying there as a bed and breakfast.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it would be. But they knock houses down here too, like the guy who dresses a clown. Why can I not My brain isn't
Gacy.
working.
Is it Gacy?
John Wayne Gacy, yeah. But they knocked
Gacy.
his house down.
But then they rebuilt another house on top of it.
They did?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because I watched a program about it the other week on Amazon Prime. I'm sure it was Amazon Prime, and they were going to go and do a ghost hunt there. No, it wasn't on Amazon Prime. It was on. Yeah, it was on Amazon Prime. It was paranormal something, paranormal witness or something like that. Don't quote me, but it was something along them lines. Because he went to the house that was built on top of where his house used to be.
No. That's... that doesn't make any sense at all. Then there was that serial killer that I did a story on, and then we... Madison and I did a podcast about him, that he lived in a really bad neighborhood and he killed prostitutes and whatnot. And then he would hide some of them. He would leave their body parts in like walls of his house and his attic and his backyard and whatnot. They tore that house down. So some people get their houses torn down. But Lizzie Borden, she gets a bed and breakfast.
It's like that. Is it Foxhole Farm?
I have no idea. What is that?
Where that guy was killing young men. And he had the house is beautiful, and it's sort of out in the middle of nowhere, and it's got loads of land around the house, and he was burying the bodies. He was married, and he was burying the bodies around the land. The police have dug up loads and loads of bodies, but they're still finding bits of bone and stuff like that on the land. And they don't know how many. But he killed himself, I think. Foxhole Farm, it's called.
Is it still there?
It's still there. There's new owners because they interviewed the new owners.
No way. How is that possible?
I mean, I don't mean to keep saying it, but it was on Ghost Adventures. Because I remember Zach's talking to them about it and saying, does it not bother you to be able to live here? And they were like, well, no, and they were having all sorts of paranormal activity going on. Well, you'd move, wouldn't you? Well, I would. I wouldn't have moved in the first place, but
I don't. That's in the United States?
Yeah. Foxhole Farm or Foxwillow Farm or something.
I found
Farm.
Foxhole Farm Winery. I need to figure this out. I need you to figure this out for me and
Foxhole Farm. Someone will listen to this will know what I'm talking about.
Fox Hollow.
Yeah, that could be
Fox Hollow Farm. It's for sale right now. Let's go get it. This is interesting to me. Right there's Ghost Adventures. Interesting. His name was Herb Baumeister. Baumeister.
That's it. Yeah, you got him.
He was married and had children.
Yeah.
What? I need to do something about this guy. This is very interesting. Okay, well, remind me about that. I need to look into that. I feel the need to look into that more. I've never heard of that before. Thank you, Rom.
He was really not nice. Not a nice person.
Yeah. Okay, do you have another place you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Completely gone off subject, haven't we?
It's all right.
This is the Phantom Pedestrian. Or what do you have it as? The Phantom Hitchhiker.
Yeah, Phantom Hitchhiker.
Right. another urban legend is a phantom dude on Route 44 that appears in front of vehicles, or you're driving along at night on Route 44 and suddenly there is, excuse me, so you're driving along at night, listening to your radio, and then suddenly someone appears next to you, in your passenger seat. That would scare the absolute doo-doo out of me.
Is this the guy? Because my guy he dresses like a lumberjack and he's got very red hair.
I didn't get any descriptions of him. There was no descriptions of him.
Oh, well, this says, you may pass a hitchhiker with shocks of red hair, dark eyes, who dresses like a lumberjack. He's the red-headed specter. You do not want to pick him up. Sounds to me like he picks you up.
Well, yeah.
That would scare you?
Well, would it not scare you if you were driving and suddenly somebody appeared and just sat beside you?
Okay. If he was in the back seat, yes. But if he was like suddenly in the seat next to me, I think I would think I was losing my shit. My grip of reality had slipped. That's what I would think. I wouldn't really think there was somebody there. I would be like, Tracy, you should probably pull over and call an ambulance.
That would absolutely scare, yeah, the S out of me.
Psych?
The SHIT out of me.
Just shite?
Yeah, that as well.
If it was in the back seat, for some reason to me that seems scarier.
Yeah, because you're looking at them through your rearview mirror, aren't you? And you're looking at,
Yeah, that's
and
scary.
they're looking back at you.
I don't even like to look in my rearview mirror and actually see people in general. I don't like that. For some reason, it bothers me. It's too many scary movies, I guess. I just would rather not. But yeah, if they were just suddenly next to me, I would just think that was all. I would be like, this is all me. This is all Tracy. Her grip on reality has finally let go. And I'm actually talking about myself in third person now, so that's how you know.
Things like this always remind me of the urban legend about the woman at the petrol station, the gas station.
Yes.
And there's someone else at the petrol station, and she drives away, and he's trying to get her attention, and she thinks that he's trying to get her, and he's chasing her in his car, bibbing her and flashing her, and she thinks he's going to get her. But in reality, he saw someone get in the back of a car or in the boot of a car.
I love that.
And he was trying to warn her. That's always always reminds me of that scenario.
I don't like going out to my car when it's dark. I will look in the back seat, period, before I get in my car. Because, I mean, it's probably very, very, very rare that something happens like that. But if I had gone into a gas station and it was dark, regardless, I look in my back seat. Do you?
No, really.
Rob, you're a perfect victim.
Excuse me.
When I come to visit you, Rob, you're not going to know it until you see me sitting in your back seat. But I won't put my feet on the towels.
You will.
Oh, I will. I will definitely put my feet on the towels.
Oh,
I will
no.
take no food or drink into your car, though.
Everybody's going to think I'm a nutcase now.
Now.
Thanks for that.
Okay. Are you ready there?
Yes, I am, unless you want to embarrass me anymore.
There is enough gory lore in this area of the Freetown Fall River State Forest to warrant its own blood-curdling entry. And like I said, I'm going to remind people there is going to be a Bridgewater Triangle show coming on Fox. So look for that. I don't work for Fox. They're not paying me. But it is an interesting subject, and there's more than we can cover in 4 podcasts. So, okay, several real-life murders have taken place in this deeply warped forest. The body of Mary Lou Aruda was found tied to a tree. I talked about that last podcast, I believe.
Mm.
In 1978, she had been abducted. It says from her home, but she was not abducted from her home. She was riding her bike. Why do I have to do these people's job for them? Anyway, a homeless man mistaken for a police officer was murdered there. What? What? That doesn't make sense. That seems like it should be the other way around.
Yeah, how can a homeless man look like a police officer?
I don't know. 2 men were shot and killed on Bell Rock Road, which runs through the forest. Satanic cult activity has been reported. In 2016, someone stretched wires across the trails to cut off motorbikers' heads at their neck.
Oh my goodness. What's going on?
I don't know. Stay out of the Freetown Fall River State Forest. Just don't. Just don't. Don't even think about it. Oh, that's also an assinet. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Could be making an ass out of myself. Do you have another one?
No, that's all I could find.
Okay, boom. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I have the Hoosac Tunnel. Hoosac. Yosac. Hoosac Tunnel, also known as the Hoosic. Usick Tunnel is a railroad tunnel in the northern Berkshires. And I know not to call it a Berkshire because somebody tore me a new a-hole for that once. Who is that, Rob?
I have no idea.
I don't either. That runs from North Adams to Florida, Massachusetts. The tunnel has also been dubbed the Bloody Pit. Love it. For the ungodly number of people who died during its construction. The final number is disputed, but according to the Atlas Obscura, that sounds like a spell. Atlas Obscura. About 200 men died over its 24-year construction from 1851 to 1875. During one disturbing accident, a 1,000-foot central exhaust shaft exploded, destroying a hoist that was used to lower men and equipment down the tunnel. Oh, so scary, so scary. Miners near the top tried to rescue those below, but eventually gave up, assuming no one survived. Months later, they found a makeshift raft, meaning that there had been initial survivors.
That must be a horrible, horrible way to die.
Yes.
I can't imagine anything worse than that.
No. Then there's I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Houghton. Houghton? Houghton?
Yeah, sounds pretty good, that.
Which one? Houghton?
Yeah, Houghton.
Houghton. Houghton Mansion. A tragic car accident heaped misery on this wealthy family in the early 20th century, and this town, nestled in the northwest part of the state, still hasn't forgotten about it. Albert Charles Houghton was the first mayor of North Adams and the president of Arnold Printworks, what is now Massachusetts Museum of Contemporary Art. He and his family lived in an opulent mansion, Haughton's third house in the town, which was built in the neoclassical revival style. On August 1st, 1914, Haughton, along with his daughter Mary, their chauffeur John Witters, and a couple of friends, Robert and Sybil Hutton of New York, went for a morning drive up to Vermont in Haughton's first car, a Pierce Arrow touring vehicle. In Pownall, Vermont. Okay, please excuse me if I have just completely murdered these names. The car caught the soft shoulder of the road and careened down an embankment. The car rolled over Sybil, killing her. Mary died later that day, and Houghton died 10 days later. Witters was cleared of any wrongdoing, but couldn't forgive himself for the accidents. The next day, he used a horse pistol to kill himself in the Houghton barn. The mansion, on the National Register of Historical Places, and is rumored to be haunted, has been featured on the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures and the show Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Really?
Yeah, it rung a bell straight away when you started talking about going for the car trip.
That house is haunted now too. They have the Okay, this is really Metropolitan State Hospital. Metropolitan State Hospital is a mental health facility across parts of Waltham, Lexington, and Belmont. And it was founded in 1927. Closed in 1992 for cost-cutting reasons. Another hospital was built on the Kirkbride plan. Wasn't always successful in its efforts, such as when patient Melvin Wilson murdered another patient, Anne Marie Davy, in 1978. The murder story itself is tragic. The Department of Mental Health was neglectful in conducting the case, and her missing person report lacked proper documentation. Wilson herself was found to have 7 of Davy's teeth a month after her disappearance. Wait, Wilson herself was found to have 7 of Davy's teeth himself. Thank you. Tracy, focus. To have 7 of her teeth a month after her disappearance. He took her teeth out.
Why?
I don't know. The department officially closed the case in 1979, but parts of her body weren't found on the grounds until 1980. The building was the inspiration for American Horror Story Asylum. But Davy's sad and true-to-life murder is scary enough on its own. That was a good season.
Yeah.
I don't know,
really
Rob.
Good.
I don't know if we should move there or not.
I think we should stay clear, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's see. Seems like I had some more. The Three Chimneys Inn. This inn was originally built as a homestead in 1649. It's been haunted for nearly as long. Rumor has it that the first owner of the inn had a daughter, Hannah, who drowned in the nearby Oyster River. Today, visitors and inn employees often report creepy activity that ranged from missing objects and self-locking doors to noises in empty rooms and levitating glassware. The current innkeeper believes Hannah's spirit has stuck around since her death to play games with guests and staff. I don't need those kind of games.
No.
I really don't.
To one side.
Just quiet, relaxing vacation is enough for me. Emily's Bridge. This bridge is called the Gold Brook Covered Bridge, but it is known as Emily's Bridge because of the ghost who haunts it, of course. The circumstances of Emily's death are somewhat uncertain. Some say she hung herself after being jilted by a lover. Don't they all? Others say she fell by riding a horse. But rumors of her haunting of the bridge have persisted since 1968. The best time to get a glimpse of Emily, drive into the bridge, park your car between 12 a.m. and 3:30 a.m., her most active hours, and you might hear footsteps, a woman screaming and banging,
No.
or maybe even find scratches on your car.
Definitely not.
Let's not do that one. See, that kind of stuff scares me. And that's probably an old, the saying like, oh, she killed herself because her boyfriend dumped her. It happens all the time. But the thing that would scare me is this. Now, see, this is something I would do to people. I would hang out there and wait for a car to park there with my friends. And then I would scare the living daylights out of them. I would give them some scratching on their card. I would do that. And that's exactly what scares me, is if I was sitting there with my friends in the car, knowing that there were people outside. Scary. Gives me goosebumps. I don't know. What do you think?
I just would stay clear completely. You're tempting fate too much there for me.
What?
I think you're. No, I wouldn't do it. You're tempting fate too much.
Oh, tempting fate.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. Oh, yeah. I would be worried that it'd come back to bite me.
Yeah. I'd be worried I'd bring something home. I do that.
Mm.
Okay, and I got one more that I'm going to finish off with, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Dudleytown, Connecticut. It's not often that an entire village is cursed, but visitors to the remains of Dudleytown say that this is the case. The village was founded by the Dudley family, who were apparently cursed, all dying off soon after settling on this land. Some say that the Dudley curse extends to the rest of the village. Its population quickly dwindled after the Dudley deaths, and it was completely abandoned in the 1800s, though some historians believe that might have been due to the lead-contaminated water sources. While little more than stone foundations remain today, visitors to Dudley Town site report various forms of paranormal activity ranging from ghosts, shadow figures, sightings of orbs, and a strong sense of dread. I'd love to do that. I would go to a completely empty town. I'd love that.
Mm. Yeah, that would be. I wouldn't mind doing that.
That wouldn't bother me, I guess. That wouldn't bother me. There was another one, though, I wanted to talk about. Something about the lake. Now, hold on. There was something about a lake that was haunted because the owners of a home tried to move it across the lake to the other side of the lake, and it sunk. The whole house. And so you can still like dive down there and see the whole house put together. They took out things like glassware and whatnot, but their furniture is so heavy that it weighed the house down. So all the stuff that weighed a lot is still like in its place, and it's just a ghostly empty house. Ugh. Underwater. See, that's the part that makes it the worst.
Mm.
We in this country have flooded a lot of towns to make dams.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you have, what's the word I'm looking for? When you don't have water because you have a drought. There you go.
Drought.
The towns come back Like the water goes away and the towns come back up again. I do love that. That's creepy as hell to me. Sometimes they find cars with dead bodies of people who have been missing. Isn't that weird? They just found a dead body in a car in a farm somewhere around here. It's been missing for like, I don't know, 2 years or something. An 18-year-old boy.
How did he die? Was that a stupid question?
Well, I'm gonna guess he drowned,
Okay.
but I don't know why. I don't know what made him go off the road into the lake, into this. Actually, it wasn't even a lake. It was like a pond in a field of a farmer. I don't know. Does that seem weird? That seems suspicious. It seems like maybe somebody might have pushed him. They had been getting pings from a cell phone around that area. So they knew that something had happened. At least his phone was in that area somewhere, but they ended up finding him. Sad. Okay, so you and me have a date at the Lizzie Borden house.
Definitely.
I'm going to stay up all night.
Mm.
It's a waste of money if you don't. I think.
Just sleep anyway, can't you?
Yes. Yes, I'm not paying to sleep there. All right.
I wonder who'll run out first, you or me?
You.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, because I'm a penny pincher. I feel like I've paid good money for this. Hey, I continued to live in the apartment where I got my scratches, so no, I'm a brave one.
Come on, Lizzie, scare me. I want scare with my money
I
paid for this.
Yeah, let's make Lizzie Borden angry. Sounds perfect. It's never ended badly. Well, Rob, I've liked doing this series, and I've been talking about it for a couple of years now, and I'm glad we finally did.
Yeah, it's been good.
It is a strange, interesting place, isn't it?
It's a scary place. I'm looking at it on the map now, and it's only small, but
yeah,
by heck, there's a lot goes on.
Yeah, especially for how small it is. There's so much that goes on. Let's go visit.
Yeah.
That'll be on
Really
my
would like
bucket
to.
list. Yeah.
That brings us on. Well done. Good timing, Chase.
What?
Good timing. Bucket lists.
Yes, I know. See? I know. But think about this, the haunting in Connecticut and all that stuff. That's up there.
Well, that haunting in Connecticut was supposed to be Hollywood.
Yeah, they
had
they
poetic
faked that
license.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, poetic license. Yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff up there.
Wait,
isn't the house in I'm sorry, my brain has not kicked off very well today. The red one with the house with the red eyes. Everybody knows it. The Letz's. Yes, that's up there.
Mm-hmm.
We need like a 2-month drive. I mean, it's really small. Just go to all the places. Yeah, if you'd like to do that, if you'd like to pitch in towards me and Rob going on a 2-month trip around the Bridgewater Triangle and all those weird places, I'll put a link down below. I will. YouTube has set up a link for me for PayPal, and I'll put it up. I forgot last time. Said I was going to. Totally didn't. I will this time. Me and Rob can go. It's got to be more than $5 total. We can't get very far on $5. So.
Oh dear me, deary me.
Rob, do you want to thank anybody?
I'd like to thank my mum, my dad,
The
and
paranormal
the
hub.
paranormal hub.
Yes.
I'd like to thank Grace. I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank
Oh my gosh.
everybody. What was said now?
Well, no, I just meant, did you want to thank the paranormal hub?
Oh yeah, yes, the paranormal hub, community hub group. Thank you, and I really appreciate the fact that you're letting us put our content on your group, and I'm really glad and that we're getting some positive feedback. So if you are listening via the hub, then have a look on YouTube and look up some more of Exit Light videos and see some more of the content. So, there's lots and lots there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And thank you guys for listening. And if you are not already subscribed, would you go ahead and do that? And if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Or if you didn't, thumbs down help me too. If you'd like to subscribe, please do that. And if you do all three, I've heard there's talk about a legend of people winning the lottery or something. I don't know. I can't say it's true. But it doesn't hurt to try. You also have to buy a ticket, though.
Yeah.
And Rob, I don't have to say goodnight to you today. I can say, and good afternoon to you, Rob.
Good afternoon to you, Chase.
Thank you. And I guess we'll see you next time.
You certainly will.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.